Superfortress is a 4-engine strategic bomber, which was developed in accordance with the prepared specification R-40B in January 1940. Development of the ultra-long-range bomber was conducted by designers of the company much earlier, since March 1938. A number of conceptual designs were developed, the best of which recognized the Model 341, a monoplane with a midwing and a 3-legged nose-wheel landing gear, equipped with air-cooled Pratt & Whitney R2800 engines. This was the project that was presented to the customer. But in March 1940 the specification was corrected, the requirements for bomb loads and defensive armament increased. As a result, the project was transformed into the new Model 345 with 18-cylinder air-cooled Wright R3350 duplex Cyclone engines. The defensive armament, 10 12.7mm machine guns and one 20mm gun, was housed in 4 remote-controlled retractable turrets in a tail unit. The control system allowed any gunner, with the exception of the tail gunner, to control more than one launcher. This made it possible to transfer a target, an enemy fighter, from one gunner's line of sight to another, each time concentrating maximum fire on the enemy. Cockpits were made hermetically sealed. Instead of usual hydraulic and pneumatic systems, electric motors were applied to drive most of the plane's aggregates. In May 1940, the conceptual design was submitted to the military, and in August the firm received an order for 2 prototypes of the aircraft, designated as B-29. The working design was headed by aircraft designer E. Bell. The B-29 prototype with R3350-13 engines took off for the first time on September 15, 1942. The tests were very difficult. There were frequent problems with engines. Especially unlucky in this regard was the second prototype. In the first flight on December 30, 1942, one of its engines caught fire, and on February 18, 1943 the plane crashed. The cause was a fire in one of the nacelles which spread to the fuel tanks. Only the third prototype was tested in June 1943. This allowed producing a batch of 14 pre-production B-29s with R3350-21 engines according to the Boeing B-29 drawings, the first of which was ready as early as April 1943, but did not make its first flight until July, when it became clear that the third prototype had been successfully tested. At the end of August 1943, supplies of serial B-29s began. They were produced by Boeing, Bell, and Martin, and the total production, which lasted until May 1946, was 3,965. Main modifications of the Boeing B-29 Superfortress. Boeing B-29 had R3350-23, -23A or -41, 2,200 HP, engines. Latter series had R3350-57 or -57A engines with the same power, but with increased reliability. 4 retractable turrets, 2 upper and 2 lower, with 2 12.7mm machine guns each, a tail unit with 2 of the same machine guns and one 20mm gun. During production, a new overhead turret with 4 12.7mm machine guns was installed, but then the 2 guns were replaced again. The late production aircraft did not have a cannon in the tail unit. Maximum weight of a bomb load was 9,070 kilograms. Crew, 11 people. It was produced 2,181 aircraft, 1,620 by Boeing, 357 by Bell and 204 by Martin. B-29A, redesigned center plane in order to simplify manufacturing technology, which led to a reduction in fuel supply. Engines R3350-57, -57A or -59. Machine gun, 12 12.7mm machine guns, 4 in the front upper turret, 2 in the rear upper turret, 2 in the 2 lower turrets and the tail unit. The Boeing company built 1,119 aircraft. Flight and technical characteristics of the Boeing B-29 aircraft. Engines, Wright R3350-23. Power, HP, 2,200. Wingspan, m, 43.05. Length of aircraft, m, 30.18. Aircraft height, m, 8.46. Wing area, square m, 161.3. Weight, kg. Empty aircraft, 31,815. Maximum takeoff weight, 61,235. Maximal airspeed, km/h, 603. Time of climb, 7,620 m, min, 38. Helicopter ceiling, 9,700 m. Flying range, km. Normal, 2,575. Maximum, 6,435.